Hey guys, welcome back to the Snap-Ring Chronicles. Today we have another Ratchet video for you, but something a little bit different, not the usual type Ratchets. But before we get into this, if you like this content and you find it helpful, could you give me a like and also subscribe to this channel? As you know, I've been trying to grow this channel and I've been trying to put up stuff usually daily, but maybe sometimes 5 times a week. So I'm trying to regularly put up stuff, hopefully stuff you guys can get something out of. Okay, today we have a Ratchet adapter. This is a Herbrand, and it says, I think it says Fremont. Not sure. There's a small letter next to it. Looks like a D. Not sure what state that is. It's USA, and the model number is J-8. Okay, these are Ratchet adapters. I guess they were marketed for in case you have a breaker bar which doesn't ratchet. You can connect it to one of these adapters and you can turn it into kind of a sort of a ratchet, you know. Don't know why if this was popular. I guess if you use a breaker bar more often than a ratchet, I guess it would make sense somehow. That way, if you break a bolt, and then you can just quickly take it off with this if you mostly use breaker bars. So, okay. These are pretty interesting mechanisms. A little bit different than what you would expect. Here's the female 3/8 receptor, and here's the 3/8 anvil. Looks a little bit used. You see the chrome is wearing away there. And the switches with this ring here, not this one, but this ring here. You switch it to one side, and it switches, and then the other side goes counterclockwise. Here it's arrow pointed off. You switch it that way, and arrow pointed on, switch that way. And I guess this was called a Ratchet adapter. Clever. Okay, to get this off, you're gonna need a couple of tools. You're gonna need a very small screwdriver. You're gonna need a snap ring plier, one that closes when you press, with very small prongs, very tiny prongs, and then you're gonna need one that opens when you press, with medium prongs. Okay, first thing you do, there's a snap ring here, right under the female 3/8, and that one you open, so you get your plier in there, and you take that one out. This is what it looks like, just a regular snap ring. Okay, now you have this screw on the switch. There's this little screw, and you take that one off. And this one has a little plug there. And inside there's a spring, a tiny spring, and there we have it. And inside that hole should be a ball bearing. So be careful when you take it out. You don't want it to fall out. It's pretty small. You don't want to lose it. That's the ball bearing. So those three pieces, the plug, the spring, and the ball bearing. Okay, now this switch, you can lift it up. Here's the switch. This is what it looks like. So kind of a knurled edge. That's the inside of the switch. And here there's a small, I guess we can take that out after we get the ring out. There's another ring here. You see inside the mechanism here, there's another snap ring. This one you use the tiny prongs, and this one closes to open. Actually, I might have to get out this little plug here before I get that ring out. It just comes out. It's a little plug stopper. Okay, let's try the ring again. It's kind of hard because it's small. It's got small little holes. No. Okay, I'm gonna cut away and I'll be back when I get this ring out. Okay, I'm back. I was able to get the ring off, and this is what the ring looks like. Yeah, a lot of pieces. This seems a bit complicated. Not crazy, but just more than usual ratchets, I guess. Okay, now when you get the ring out, you're able to get this piece out. And this piece has your anvil here. But before we go into the anvil, this is how the mechanism kind of works. It has this little stopper there, and it gets caught in between this space here, so it can't revolve all the way around. So it gets caught there from side to side. And then you have the ball bearing that the plug and the spring is pressing down on the ball bearing, and that ball bearing switches the pawl from side to side, and that's how it switches. It lifts one side, it presses down and lifts one side of the pawl up, and then it switches to the other side, it presses down on that side and lifts this side of the pawl up. Okay, here's the pawl. This is what the pawl looks like. It just rocks. It rocks in there, and it holds the teeth that way when it engages. And this is what the mechanism looks like. That's the female 3/8. This is where the pawl rests, and the end of the pawl goes here for the switching action. That's what it looks like when it's rotated. Okay, these are the teeth. I counted, I think 21 teeth. So it's pretty coarse. You can see this one is pretty well used. There's some teeth that are kind of rounded. Here's one. I think that's the worst one. But here's another one. So it's seen some use. Still works. I wouldn't go crazy putting torque on it, but it seems to still ratchet and hold. But I think somebody went overboard and rounded some of the teeth. But that's what it looks like. That's the ball detent. Looks not bad. Not perfect centered, but it works. Okay, and here are all your parts. That make up this ratchet adapter. Okay, to get this back together, you take your pawl, you put it back in its slot, like that. Okay, you take the inner mechanism and you slide it in to the teeth portion, like that. Now you take this pretty annoying ring, and you have to get the ring inside the center here. Okay, that was easier than getting it out. Okay, make sure it doesn't come out. Alright, now you take this little plug, the switch stop, and you put it in the hole on the side here. Make sure that, not this hole, that's the hole for the 3/8 female. This hole on the side. Alright, now you take this switch, make sure that this portion here goes inside of this little protrusion, like that, so it switches and stops. Now you take the snap ring and this one you open up and you get down, you slide that down into its recess. Make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, now you take your little ball, you drop it in the hole there. And the knurled part of the switch, you take your spring, you drop that in the hole. And now you take your little plug and your screwdriver. And you screw down that little plug. Not too tight because it's small threads, just finger tight. You strip it out and it's pretty much worthless after that. Okay, now you check if it's switching. Yep, it's switching. Okay, that's my teardown and review of the Herbrand USA J-8 ratchet adapter. So, okay guys, till next time.